Dude, what's up, guys? It's been a while since I've been live. Wanted to come on here and say hey, let you know what's going on down here in Southwest Florida. It's been a while. A lot has happened. And for those of you who might have followed our journey over the last couple of years, traveling across the United States in our RV, I don't know, maybe some of you found it kind of odd that we just kind of went dark on social media. And that was kind of, I wouldn't say by design. It was mainly just something we needed, So anyways, I just felt like I owed it to everybody to come on here live and talk. And so I'm just waiting to see who pops on here. If you're watching this and it's after the live recording, just let me know. I'd love to see who's chiming in afterwards. But yeah, Janelle and I, we've moved down to Florida, and we are residents of Florida now. And that's a huge change. Our kids are now enrolled in school, and we're starting to grow some roots down here. And man, last 2 years has been a wild ride. I don't know about most of you, but a lot has changed in the world. And because the world has changed so much, we decided to change and grow. And I want to talk to you about the next chapter of my life and which direction our family is going and how we're going to do it all and what part you might be able to play. So let me back up. In 2019, my wife came home and was talking about maybe getting an RV and selling everything, and we're just going to travel and experience life. And we made that a reality. And fast forward 2 years, the reason why we're down in Florida is because we've traveled through 37 states, and we've had an amazing time enjoying that trip and seeing what, what the United States has to offer. But Florida was where we just felt so free, and like our kids got to play outside year round, and we just had an amazing time. So we decided that we're going to park for a bit and we're just going to enjoy things down here. And we got tied in with some business networking and flipped a couple of houses with a good friend, Steve. And we've just been kind of playing in the area. And I decided that this was a place to have the family grow some roots. So with that being said, I'm kind of just going to get into things. Over the last couple of years, a lot has changed. I don't know if most of you remember, but we were part of a network marketing business that was in the travel industry, and we did really well with that business. But with COVID and travel being restricted, that business unfortunately failed. And so going out on the road was a great way for us to just go and rethink and rebuild and look at life through a different lens. And that's what I decided to do, was look at life through a different lens. You're either staying stagnant in life or you're growing. And I just knew that I was kind of staying stagnant in life, and I needed something different. I needed new scenery. I needed to look at life through a different lens. So when I heard of the opportunity to get an RV and start traveling around the world, I thought to myself, this is a perfect opportunity to look at my situation, look at my life, and see where we're going to head with it. And traveling across the United States, we got to break bread with families all across the nation. And we got to meet people that are retired, people that are business owners, people that are just kind of like, the transient type. Like, we got to break bread with some amazing people. And what I found out while we were on the road was I have a knack for helping people problem solve. And I'd sit around a campfire late at night until all hours of the night. I'm sure my wife didn't appreciate it, but we would, it's like we're plotting to, solve the world's problems. And it was an amazing 2 years to meet hundreds, if not thousands of people and express our journey, what we've been through in our lives, and also offer solutions or just be an ear for somebody, and it was a very humbling experience. It was the first time in my life I wasn't really selling anything. I've been in sales my whole life, whether it was with construction or an invention or a product that I was talking about. It was the first time that I was having conversations with people without an ulterior motive. And not to knock the sales industry, but when you're on, and you're on all the time. And I was always having conversations with a hidden agenda. And I decided that I was going to just have real and raw conversations with friends that I meet across the United States here. So, long story short, I hopped off of social media during that process because I realized that I was part of a bigger problem and a bigger narrative that I didn't want to be a part of, which is showing the highlight reel of your life. You know, my wife and I, we don't have a perfect life. We've made a lot of mistakes. We fight. We don't get along all the time, but we absolutely love each other. We absolutely love creating memories together. We love to adventure together. And all I was showing was the highlights of what was going on in our life. And I noticed talking through all of these conversations and meeting all these people that I was on social media, I was lying to everybody. And I'm going to be raw and real right now, and I want to share this because I think it's a message that needs to be told, and it will lead into the reason why I'm having this online live on Facebook. Is I was showing the highlight reel, and what was interesting was we'd be out to dinner with our kids, and we have 3 little kids, and Kingston is 5 and Callie is 4 and Camden's 15 months, and go out to dinner and we just get our butts kicked. Food is flying everywhere and somebody's upset and the chocolate milk gets spilled and me and Janelle are just at wit's end and we're struggling through dinner. If you guys have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Long story short, I hop on social media, we take a picture and we show the highlight reel of we're the perfect family having a dinner. And all you get to see is our smiling faces. But 30 seconds ago, we were yelling at each other. The kids were spilling stuff. And life was pandemonium. And I decided to hop off of social media because if I'm not willing to tell the whole truth, well then, in my opinion, that's lying. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody. But what I am here to say is I was perpetuating a problem where people only get to see the highlight reel and they think my life is perfect and they think that they can't attain what I have, because I've been on the other end of that where I look at somebody that might be a mentor or somebody I look up to and I'm like, how am I ever going to get there? Because I'm not that. And I was being that person. And so I decided, until I'm willing to show it all or talk about it all, I am not going to be on social media all that much. So, we've had some darkness as far as, not really showing much. Every now and again, I would hop on and show you guys we're alive and we're doing okay. But for the most part, wasn't on social media every single day, wasn't contributing to social media. So fast forward, we're down here in Florida. We're trying to make some income. We're flipping some properties and great opportunity to work with my buddy Steve. What an awesome guy. And I appreciate everything that he's done in my life over the last couple of years. So I get a knee injury and it was a humbling experience to be in the hospital for 6 days. And it was the first time in my life I couldn't outsmart a problem. I couldn't outwork a problem. I had to submit to the process, which is let a bunch of strangers that have information above and beyond my own, they had to work on me. It was the first time in my life where I actually had to sit still. I've always had the answers or tried to find the answers or worked really hard to find the answers of life or problems or get that solution. And it was humbling to become so septic and have an infection that makes it so that I'm stuck in one spot. And to feel that sick and that vulnerable in your life is an eye-opening deal. And it was the first time that I realized, okay, well, I've been in the construction industry for many years. I've been in the sales industry for many years. I've owned and operated many companies, and I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm not contributing in my grace, the path that God has destined for me, which is helping people. And I had this aha moment, guys, where I loved being on the road and breaking bread with complete strangers and learning about their lives and how I can add value without a dollar sign attached. Just be a good neighbor, right? I really enjoyed that. And sitting in the hospital, I'm realizing, well, I didn't join another network marketing company or really take off with one because everybody that I was working with went another direction when our company had failed. And there's so many great leaders. I mean, I could rattle off names for days of the amazing people that I've worked with in business and in my life, and people have contributed to our success or I've learned so much from. And it's like, how do you choose when a company gets broken apart? How do you choose who to go work with, or what product do you want to share with people? And it was a really crippling moment in my career. Most of you might know this. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. And so it was the first time that I didn't have a direction of where I wanted to go. And I had to grow up, and I had to realize that I didn't have all the answers. And, but I could find a reason or a way to be of value, just like I wanted to be while I was on the road breaking bread with these random families. Some of them are great friends now, which is crazy to think that, you know, we're from Colorado originally, and, you know, we have some friends that are originally from New York. We run into them in a random campsite in Florida, and now they're our best friends, and now we're doing business with them. And it's just like, how does this even happen? And how are they from the other side of the United States from us, and they want the exact same things? And what's up, Jonathan? It's good to see you, buddy. So I started to think, and I said, well, how do I help my friends? Because I can't consume all their products. I'll go broke. There's only so much I can consume. There's only so much I can do. How do I pick working with this person over that person? I was stuck. And so instead of powering through it, I sat back and I thought and I prayed and I worked hard on myself. And I went silent, I went dark, because I wanted to come back better than I've ever been. So this is me now, sharing everything. And it's hard not to be emotional, because when you're the person who usually has all the answers for other people, it's hard to find the answers for yourself. And I know some of you guys can relate. And so if I can be that voice, that's what I'm here for. And so I realized that I have a way to partner with all my friends. And I'm going to create a podcast that allows me to put my friends in the light. It allows me to be the person, the catalyst that starts the conversation, so more people can win in this life. What's up, Brian? What's up, Chance? Welcome to the Waterworks Show. Guys, I want to help people. I've always had that in my heart, but it's always had a dollar sign attached. So, in lieu of all of the gurus out there and business experts that want thousands of dollars and all these, all this money for these courses, I thought to myself, I have a network of probably at least 1,000 people that I've met in my life that are business owners, and they have a story and it matters, and they could help somebody. And so I created a podcast called The Entrepreneur Theory, because I want to talk about the theories that help people grow and help people live the dream that they have in their heart. See, God did not put dreams in your heart to torment you. He put them in your heart so you can go and attain them and live your best life. And I want to be that voice that helps you do that. So the entrepreneurtheory.com is set up for podcasts. I'm going to start going live with some podcasts with my friends. I'm really excited to reach out to all of the business owners and colleagues and partners that I've had over the years and get them mic'd up and talk about the real meaning of what it means to be an entrepreneur, what it means to be a problem solver, what it means to bridge the gap in life, what it means to have purpose, not just make money. Money is a byproduct of who you are and what you do. It should never be the forefront. It should always be the back end. It should be the fruit that your tree bears. And I realized that in my journey, that by doing the right thing in business over and over and over again, I was able to create success. But here's the thing. How many other people have learned that? How many other people have amazing ideas and companies and products that you don't know about? Or maybe their story will inspire you to do something big with your life. Or maybe you just need a side hustle that fulfills you. I don't know what the answer is. But what I can do is I can bring my buddies on. I can ask you to co-create with me. I learned that term years ago from a founder of our last company, that if you co-create with people, you can do amazing things. And so I humbly want to come here and say, I need your help. I want to grow this thing to be a household name. I want the entrepreneur theory to be the source that you go to get the answers that you need so you're not stuck, so that your dreams can become your reality. I just wish when I was starting my first company, I had the nuts and bolts of what it took to really get to where I wanted to go. I wanted to be successful. But what does that mean? And how do you do it? Man, when I first got started with my first construction company, I filed my LLC wrong. And my mom was part owner of my company that she never started, because I created this partnership, and then when I went to file taxes, like, hey, where's your partner? So I had to make my mom a pseudo partner. So I want to make sure people, when they start out, they're not making those mistakes. Or, I want to get some of my friends on and talk about how did they get funding for their business? How'd they solve that problem that they keep running into? There's a lot of obstacles to being an entrepreneur. How do you work with family? How do you tell them to believe in you? Right? So the Entrepreneur Theory podcast is designed for hot seat coaching, where we're going to teach you the nuts and bolts of what it takes to build a company, become a problem solver, and ultimately live your dreams. I hope that you're hearing an underlying theme here. You weren't built for the human experience to just get by. I am not a believer in that. I'm a believer in the human experience is meant to be enjoyed and consumed and loved. And I want to help my friends and family and people that have that burning desire inside of them, I want to help those people get what they came for. Now, how are we going to do it? I don't know. This is just the beginning. I do know that you have the ability to reach out to me and let's work on something. Let's figure it out. I can't wait to get my friends on a podcast with me so I can highlight the information that they have and the companies that they're building. I'm really excited for this. I've gone live on Facebook multiple times, and this is the first time I've ever been nervous. Because it's stretching my comfort zone, right? And that's what I'm running towards. It's time. It's time for me. It's time for you to get what we came for, which is excellence, which is abundance. Breaks my heart knowing that the richest place in the world is a graveyard. All those ideas, all of those amazing people that didn't go after their goals and dreams. So I want to be a part of that. So I haven't asked for you as a community. I haven't asked anything, and I know it's kind of bold. I barely get on this thing, and my birthday was not too long ago, and I said thank you for all the birthday wishes, even though I don't give birthday wishes back. And that was a true statement. I had to get selfish over the last couple of years so I could come back and I could serve the masses. I needed to reprogram myself. I needed to get ready for this next journey, this next big journey. And it's going to require you guys. I won't have a podcast that's successful. I won't be able to reach millions of people unless you listen to it. Unless we add value to your life. So my ask is, if you have a friend that's got a really cool concept, a really cool company, they're working on launching a business, they're retired and they want to talk about mentoring, whatever it is, please reach out. I want to talk to these people. I want to mic them up, and I want to have a conversation about what it really takes so that when you go after your dreams, you have a roadmap. And I'm not talking about the normal motivational, rags to riches stories. Sure, we'll talk a little bit about that, but I'm talking about the nuts and the bolts. What is it like to start a company? Here's an example. I remember when I had to make a decision on paying for materials to get a customer's job done or pay the electricity bill. I remember making those decisions. I'll never forget one time my wife was taking a shower and our water was shut off because I made the decision to pay materials and guys versus paying myself and having water. Those were some tough times, guys. And there's people out there that are going through that exact same thing. And as Ed Milet says, he says, in life, you need to have 3 things. And 3 of those things are, you need to have a mentor. You need to have somebody who tells you that it's going to be okay. They've been there, they've done that, and they know what the road is going to look like ahead. And it's like your flashlight in darkness. It's like that's what keeps you moving forward. And then the second thing you need to have is a peer. You need to have somebody that you can lean on, talk to, conspire with. Somebody that is in the trenches with you. Somebody that's going through a lot of the same things that you're going through so that you know that you're not alone. And then the third thing that you need is you need somebody that's a student or somebody that you're mentoring so that you can be the example for that person, so that you have accountability, so that you have purpose above and beyond just money. money comes and goes, guys. It's everywhere. It's easy to get. The question is, how are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? And what are you going to be like when you do? And I want to talk about that stuff. I want to talk about the fundamentals of what it really takes. I've been humbled over the last couple of years by meeting some remarkable people. I've been humbled by the landscape of this beautiful country that we live in. I've been humbled by the different perspectives of how people live and what they do and why they do it. I've been humbled by being forced into the hospital because of an injury that I didn't even do to myself, which is crazy. And all of that put together made it so that I had the courage, I had the wherewithal to run fast and run hard and give it my all for you guys again. And I'm ready. Entrepreneur Theory, it's time. I want to start booking up meetings. I want to get people on. Let's start making this happen. If you have a friend who's amazing at what they do and they want to talk shop, let's do it. If there's anything that you guys want to know as far as an entrepreneur goes, send me some questions. We'll do some Q&As with some of these people. I mean, I don't know where it's all going to go. I'm not going to have all the answers right now, but I'm starting. And I'm a day further than I was yesterday. And I'm just going to keep doing what I've done and everything that I've created and every business that I've built. And that is put one foot in front of the other until I cross the finish line. What is the finish line? The finish line is a household name in the podcast industry that builds entrepreneurs. That's the finish line. And I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the people that come on my podcast. I just want to be the catalyst. I want to add value to your life. Because I was in your life, because my face was on your screen, I just want it to be at minimum that much better just because you saw me. That's it. And we can go from there. We're going to add tons of value, guys. So I'll post in the comments here our website. And we can go from there. I'm going to start going live more. I'm going to start talking about what's going on, how we're building it. You guys are going to be on the journey with me. I'll also start inviting people to the Entrepreneur Theory Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We've got all the channels built. Everything is built. It's ready to go. This thing is built for speed, and we're getting there, guys. So I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me and caring enough. You know, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for all of you. We all make up who we are because of the experiences we've all shared together at one point or another. And I want to build off of that. God bless, guys. Have a great night. Take care, and I'll be answering some questions that I see in our comment section. Take care.